Buddy.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Worldwide Dream Team webinar. My name is Mark Campese, and just want to give you a warm welcome as you're joining us this evening. We want to take some time and share with you our financial rewards plan. It's really a structure on how you get paid. I think you're going to love what you see, what you hear tonight. And listen, this is an exciting time to be getting involved with the company. It's the very beginning. The pre-launch is just starting. You're in early. You're in the right place at the right time, and it's something that should be taken with really with a great deal of thanksgiving and even seriousness, because you can turn this opportunity into really a small fortune for yourself as we go forward. So, having said those things, I want to bring to the line a gentleman I've had the pleasure of working with for several decades. Someone who really is a master teacher. He knows all about making money. He's an expert on this compensation plan. He knows how to have fun. He loves to help people. I want to bring to the line Coach Blaine Williams. Coach.
Hey, Mark Campese, thank you. My dear friend out of Florida, the eastern coast of Florida, I might add. So here we are. We've got this success sandwich like a big Oreo cookie. Here I am in Idaho in the Northwest, and Mark's down there, and we have people literally from all over the country on this webinar tonight, and it will continue to grow. The purpose of this evening is to record this compensation structure so we can load it on our YouTube page. And Michael Dew will come on toward the end of this. He'll give you some direction to our Facebook page, our YouTube. He's an executive director at the Worldwide Dream Team, and as is Mark Campese and Michael Renz. So we're thrilled to be here with you. And I want you to grab a notepad, grab a pen. The mind can only absorb and retain what the pen can write. And I want you to take notes. And then I'd like you to watch this video over several times so you can master not only the compensation plan, but really the strategy of most effective placement to get yourself into a significant check as expediently as possible. So there's lots of pay plans out there, lots of companies out there. Some of us have been in this industry for decades and decades. And I can attest to you, I believe that Mark would say this, Michael Dew, that we have never seen the combination of such a perfect product with the gas additive, this tablet that for $2 you put it in your tank and saves 10, 12, 15, 20 bucks. I mean, that's a good deal. And then the compensation plan is just extraordinary. You're going to see that tonight. And then lastly, what I think is really what the glue that holds it all together is the leadership are committed to helping each and every person, regardless of experience or background, achieve what it is that they're setting off to do. I like it. It's a little bit like a no man or woman left behind concept. So with that, let's start off here and talk about this rewards plan. I'm going to give an income disclosure, and I'm not going to read this word for word. I'm going to simply tell you that there are no guarantees on the limits of income that you can make. It is all based upon your willingness to study, to work, and apply. And if you don't show up, I can guarantee you won't make any money. If you don't do something, you're not going to make any money. But if you work, you're consistent, persistent, coachable. I believe that the examples, and they're only examples, they are not income claims that we will show you tonight, are attainable for you and your family. Now, we have a high-speed, low-drag, or big dream compensation structure. And it runs from ISR, which stands for Independent Sales Rep, all the way up to the high levels of Crown, Diamond, and beyond. And so when you look at extreme compensation, it's a perfect name for a company called MPG Extreme. So this extreme compensation plan starts by getting started. Right now, at the end of July, going into August, we are in a pre-launch. We'll remain in pre-launch through the month of August. And so even though we will be offering two packages, the basic and the premium, in the immediate future for the next several weeks, the package that will be available will be the $199 premium that carries commissionable volume of 100 points. And also, when you get that package, you will be qualified at the silver executive level for 60 days, Now, what that simply means is you're going to have some extra benefits in the pay plan the day that you sign up. In addition to that, for $199, you're going to receive 20 5-tank packets. So the packets come in 5-tablet packs, and you're going to receive 20 of them for 100 tablets. That's $2 a tablet. And I can tell you the retail is 20 and worth every penny of it. So every one of those pills you offer or market or merchandise or retail, you are doubling your money. Now, you can take a look at the temporary packaging on the screen on the left. The pills actually are square and they have the X stamped on them. They're very unique. So this is just a mock-up. It'll change very quickly in the next couple of weeks. It'll be updated. But you get in the first income, we have 7 incomes in this pay plan. You receive $10 immediate profit from every one of those little 5-tank packets that you offer people. So for example, this little blister pack that I have here, right here, has 5 tablets in it. This is not the packaging that we'll have. This is from the prior company that originally had this in the mid 2000s. But I will tell you that these tablets run us $2 a piece. The customer will buy them for $4 a piece and get all of their value back, saving 10, 15, 20%. We guarantee 10%. So you double your money. If you pay $1.99 for your packet and you merchandise all of those packets, you'll end up with $400. That's the customer bonus. The other thing also is that people can come in and sign up on the computer to become a customer. And not only do you get the retail profit, but you also receive points in the pay plan. For example, if a customer comes in for $29, you're going to receive 10 CV. They get 2 5-tank trials. It's a little more than the $2 because they're only buying a little bit. You get 10 CV and it goes into your 2-legged tree and you get commissions on it. So you make money on the retail, double your money on the retail, and you also get a bonus in the pay plan. Now, this is something that I really love. It's called the Fast Start Matching Bonus. And the Fast Start Matching Bonus is $15 on one of the $199 packs. Now, the $199 pack, $199, if you bring someone in and they turn around and bring someone in. So for example, if I sponsor Mark and Mark turns around and sponsors Mike, I will receive $15 on that. I'm going to show you a schematic in just a little bit of what that could look like over the next few months. But just on this example, if you bring in Mike and Mary on this chart and they make 2 sales each, you're going to receive 4 matching bonuses, and that will be $60. So that's not huge, but it's not bad. Now, I will apologize here. There is a page that is missing here, and I'm going to tell you that page is called Fast Start Bonus. And the Fast Start Bonus is every time you personally bring someone in and they get the $199 pack, you receive 40. So you have retail, you have Fast Start money, $40 per person you bring in, and then you have this match, which is $15 on everybody that the people that you brought in bring in. Now, it doesn't stop there. Now we have something called team commissions. I love this. This is a part of our plan called the binary. Our plan is not only a binary, but this part of our plan is a binary. It's a unique binary. In some binaries that have been out there, which have been hard for people, they would have to balance where to get paid on it. You would have to have 1/3 of the money that you're going to be paid on, and then 2/3 on the other leg. In this chart, you can see you have a left leg marked L and a right leg marked R. And so if you had 100 commissionable dollars on one leg, in some of those plans, you'd have to have 300 to get paid on the 100. Now, that's not a big deal in the beginning, but I'm going to tell you something. When you end up having 5,000 in one of those legs that you want to get paid on, and you need 15,000 in the other leg, it starts to become pretty dicey. And for an average person with a job or a busy life to go out and have to triple that volume in that other leg to get your pay on the lesser leg can be a real challenge. And a lot of people have left those plans disappointed. Our plan does not work like that. Our plan is a 50-50 plan. If you have 100 points or $100 on one side, all you need on the other side to get paid is 100. It's equal. It's non-flushing. They don't take any of the volume away after payday. In fact, if you have 100 on one side and 200 on the other, they'll pay you, and 100 of the dollars will flow forward to the next commission period. Every time you accumulate 100 points left and right, it goes through a cycle, and a cycle is $20. So 100 and 100, it pays 20% or $20. If you had 7 cycles, 7 times 20 is 140. And in some cases, you can cycle hundreds, in fact, 1,000 times. So it could be very, very exciting. So let's talk about this a little bit later, but the next income is called the executive check match. The executive check match is so powerful. If you understood this executive check match, when you go to bed tonight, you may have trouble sleeping. And I'm not saying that off the cuff. I'm saying that because I am having a hard time sleeping. I want you to look at this. When you come in and you're a silver because you got the 199 pack, you are qualified for the first level of match at 20%. That means that everybody that you personally brought into the company, you will receive 20% of what they get paid on this binary. So if you brought John in and John makes $1,000, you are going to make $200. And if you brought 5 people like John, you're going to make $1,000 that week on that one bonus. So the match and the binary go together. And what I love about this is it doesn't matter what side of the binary, what leg, left leg or right leg that you put someone into, you will receive this match. And so it's a big advantage to having people that you bring in on both sides. And as you take a look at that, you can see it pays down through 7 levels. So on the first level is 20, the second level is 20, then the third level is 10, fourth and fifth level is 10, and then the 6 and 7 level is 5%. If you took a piece of paper and drew on a piece of paper how many people you think that you may bring in, let's say it's 3, and you help those people bring in 3, and you help those people bring in 3, and you ran that down 7 levels, it'll never grow perfectly like that. But the number of people that you will have on the 7 level will be in the thousands. So you may say, well, it's only 5%. 5% is huge. And I'll mention that most binaries out there, in fact, the competition that are in the gas space that have binaries, they all start at 10%, half of ours. So at 5% on 3,000 people doing 100 a month, you're talking about a massive, massive check of $15,000 a month, just on the 5th or 6th or 7th level. So I love this match. The match has no cap. The binary is capped at the different levels, but it goes all the way up to $30,000 a week. Now, I'm going to remind you, we aren't making any income claims here. I do not want you, the company does not want you going out and making income claims. These are all just examples of what could happen if you build the structure the way that we're sharing with you. So here's our rank advancement when you take a look at it. ISR is the beginning, and then it goes from ISR up to bronze, and you do 2 active personals, 2 people you brought in, and that can be both an independent sales rep or a customer, either one. And then as you take a look at it, it can cycle up to 25 times a week or pay out $500 a week or $2,000 a month. It's a lot of money. It's $24,000 a year. That's not counting the match. Then you go to silver. Well, when you sign up for the 199, you are grandfathered at silver. And all you need to do at all these levels through the entire company to maintain your active status is do 50 points a month, which is $59. And I'll challenge you to look at any company that is having $59 and paying 50 points out on it. It's like, I don't know what the percentage is. Someone could run that number, but it's up there like at 80% plus of commissionable volume to the dollars you're spending. Usually it's 25 or 30%. That's amazing. So you got double the binary at 20% of most of the companies out there, and you have a much lower threshold at only 50 points a month or $59. So that's a big relationship. Then you go to gold. To be a gold, it tells you right there on the chart. You can go back through this video. It'll be posted on our YouTube page. But here at gold, you need 8 personally sponsored ISRs, independent sales reps, or customers, preferred customers that have signed up through the website. Now, this will pay you up to a maximum of $1,000 a week, and you get paid 2 levels on the matching check now. Then you go to platinum. That's an esteemed level. So gold is 8 personal, platinum is 12. And I'm going to show you a plan to go on platinum, because at that level, you have laid the groundwork to go on to diamond and beyond into the highest levels of our plan. And this is just a monumental accomplishment. I will say that in our pre-launch, we will actually have people hit this level in the first week or two, some of them in the first couple of days. But if you take a month or 2 to do this, there is no shame in that. In fact, there are no time frame requirements. So you could take 3 months, 4 months. I will say that I would try to do it quicker than slower. Momentum is not a mystery. Things in motion tend to stay in motion, and things at rest tend to stay at rest. This particular level at platinum can cycle 100 times a week for $2,000 a week maximum. And now you get that 3rd level of that precious match for 20, 20, and 10. And I'm going to show you a little model of a platinum business that you could build in the next several weeks or a couple months. And I think you'll really appreciate those matches. Then it goes into the diamond level and the double diamond level, the triple diamond level. And at triple diamond, you can make up to 8,000 a week on the binary. But in addition to that, you're paid on 5 levels of match. And there is no linear equation that says if you make this on the binary, you're going to make this on the match. But I will give you this tip. If you put good, strong line personal sponsoring in, you put in 15, 20, 25, 30 people personally who engage at some level, you're going to find that your matching check will be very significant, very likely as much as 2 to 3 times as much as your binary. So in this case, if you're making 8,000 a week on the binary, you might very likely be making 16 to 20,000 on the match. And that makes a staggering check. And then, of course, it goes on up to Blue Diamond Executive and Royal Blue Diamond Executive. And then we go to the high thin air, and that's Presidential Diamond. And then we have Crown Diamond. And at Crown Diamond, the binary will cycle up to a maximum of $30,000 a week, $120,000 a month, $1.5 million a year. You get paid 7 levels on the match. And if you're making $30,000 a week on the binary, it could be very likely that you'll be making $70,000 to $90,000 a week on the matching check. So this gets to be thin air. I don't want to talk any more about this kind of big money, although I think that for serious builders, it's important they know that there is this kind of money in the plan. But most importantly, I want to focus on when you get started that you can get into a couple of $1,000s very quickly. And let's face it, $500 to $1,000 a month, not just a week, but a month, could make a major difference in most households. And of course, $1,000 a week is life-changing. There's a definition clause on this. This document will be in the back room of your website. It'll remain on our YouTube channel. If it does get updated, we will do a new video. But I'm not going to go into these definitions on this particular call. I'll leave that to you to go research it and figure it out. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to you a bit about binary placement. And when you take a look at it, we at the Worldwide Dream Team absolutely believe that our commitment is to guide you along, to provide for you strong leadership so that you don't step into the potholes and mistakes that we've made over the years. And our leadership team, trust me, has made a ton of mistakes through the years to get to where our combined decades and decades of experience have taught us the pain of those mistakes, but also the benefit of refining the process. Our process is simple, it's duplicatable, it's profitable and predictable, and it's actually fun. And on a part-time basis, following the strategies, you can build a great business. You want to tune in, you want to plug in, you want to follow the leader step by step so that you do what they're doing. If somebody goes ahead of you and they get to making $3,000 a month and you do what they do, it doesn't matter if you're tall, short, beautiful, or not quite so lovely. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. All that matters is the state of your character and the magnitude of your dream and your ability to follow in the footsteps, and then you will make $3,000 a month. And if the person ahead of you that's helping you is making $10,000 a month, it doesn't matter what you've not made in the past. It doesn't matter what you've struggled with in the past. If they can make $10,000 a month and you duplicate, you will make $10,000 a month. You've got to stay the course. Let's talk about binary placement now. It starts with you. You are brought into the program and you will build a left leg and a right leg. Only 2 legs or 2 teams, a left and a right. You're going to be sponsored by somebody. That person is your upline. And that upline is going to take on the responsibility of introducing you to the leadership team. If they don't do that, you reach out to us on the Facebook page and we'll meet you. The bottom line is that your upline should take on that responsibility. But sometimes people are brought into a program by somebody that 2 weeks later runs off to something else or is not committed, and you deserve the support. Now, your upline, by the way, can be up above you to your right, as you see on the screen. If that's the case, then when they add people into your business, those people will fall down over you into your left leg. Or your sponsor could be up to your left. And when they add people that spill over you, they will drop down in a trajectory into your right leg. Let me show you what that would look like. The right leg, if that's the case, where your sponsor is above you to the left or you're below them to the right, your right leg becomes what we call the shared common leg. Some people have termed that as the power leg, but I don't like that term because that would mean the other leg would be the weak leg. And who in the world wants to get in someone's weak leg? So we have a shared common leg and we have a personal leg. In this case, your shared common leg, the leg you share in common with your upline, is to the right. The other leg, by the way, is your personal leg. Now, when your sponsor puts someone in, there they are, they spill in just like that. And there's one you put in. I'm going to talk about placement in a moment, but you want to get someone in immediately to that shared side before they put a bunch of people in, so your person can enjoy the benefit of the growth along with you. Then you want to make sure that you start to put people in down on your personal leg. So on the right, you have 2 blue people on that chart. Those would be your personals. And then you start adding people in to your left, and that is what will cash flow you. It'll cash flow you on the binary. You'll receive 20% of the volume on the left. You'll see, by the way, in this chart that I've got a triangle with a big red no-go zone. On the left and on the right, you have people growing down on the right to the right, and nobody is showing down to the left in there. On the left side of the page, on the personal leg, you only have people going down to the left, and nobody is coming off of them to the right. The reason I'm showing that is so you can see that you will always add people to the far outside on the left and to the far outside on the right. You never, ever want to take your people and place them on the inside, because if the person you put them with on the inside does not continue to grow, you have actually banished that person into the no-go zone, and they will have no benefit of growth. So I recommend, you can do it how you want. We recommend strongly that you always build to the far outside left and right, and you do it in a simple fashion. Now, I'm going to wrap up this with a fast track to platinum. And then when I get done, I'm going to have a couple people come on and make some comments. And then we're going to open this up for questions. We'll turn the recording off and we'll open it up for questions. So the fast track to platinum. What is platinum? It's 12 active personals, 12 people that you sponsor, and that can be both independent sales reps or preferred customers that sign up through your website. You need to maintain 50 points a month of your personal volume, 50, that's it, all the way at that level. And you can earn to 2,000 a week of cycle potential and receive 3 levels of matching checks. I want you to pay very close attention to this, whether you're on the recording, watching the webinar, live, or listening to the replay. I want you to take notes. I want you to go back over this a bunch of times until it becomes a language. This business is like a child learning the alphabet or an adult learning a new language. It is all about repetitive seeing, hearing over and over. But I will tell you the biggest mistake new people make, in my opinion, in network marketing is they've been successful in another career and they come in and they do not learn from someone who's highly successful in this business, and they just think that they're going to know how to do it. And I've got to tell you that can cause a lot of potentially negative unintended consequences. Now, when we take a look at the legend here, when we put this chart up, you're going to see these blue figures. They would be the people you personally sponsor. Then you have these ones in red. They're the ones that your personally sponsored people sponsor. And then everybody else will be coming in from spillover. I'm going to show you a model in this of people coming in and then bringing some people in. And we're going to say that the people you bring in bring 3 people, and those people bring in 3 people. It will never, ever, ever grow geometrically perfectly like that. But an average is pretty good at 3, because there will be people that will sponsor 30 or 40, and there will be people that don't sponsor anybody. 3 is probably a very low average. You take a look on the left side again under platinum, and you'll see that you get those 3 levels of matches. So I want you to watch the relationship between the binary and the match. But first and foremost, when you come in, you have an upline, your sponsor, and they're going to place you either to their right or left. In this case, you're to the right, which means that the right side of your business is the shared common leg. The left side of your business is your personal leg. What I want to encourage you to do as quickly as you possibly can, once you're signed up, is put someone in personally on your shared common leg. Because if that leg takes off and 20, 30, 40 people go in there, you want your people to have the benefit of that, not be under those 20, 30 people, but at the top of it. As soon as you get that person in on the shared common leg, which may be to your left or maybe to your right, you'll work that out with your sponsor. Then you want to add one to the other side. Now you have one to the left, one to the right, and boy, you get $40 a piece on those. Plus you end up having a binary cycle for $20. It's $100. You have half your money back already. But now what's going to happen is your person on the right just added somebody. You get another $15 in the matching fast start. Then what happens is your upline brought someone into the common leg and they spill over. You don't receive anything on that, but what it does is anchors that leg so you can generate more money on the other side. And then you add your second person in on the common leg. Now, even though you only need one on the left and one on the right, I've been asked, well, why should I put 2 over there? Well, I'll tell you why, because if one of them has a credit card that doesn't pay the monthly fee, where, for your product, the $59, they go inactive. And if you don't have an active one on the left and right, you're not qualified to receive commission. Can you imagine if you had a $500 commission or $1,000 commission, and because that one person didn't, make their credit card good, you didn't get paid? So if you have 2, it's like having a spare tire in your car when you take a trip. Most people would have a spare tire and they're not planning on using it, but it makes sense. And I want you to remember that on the matching check, you get paid all of that matching check money on the people on both sides. So it's not a sacrifice, it's a benefit. Now, your first person on the right just added another one, you can see, and then that guy just added one, or that gal, and then you got another spillover. But now we want to start building your personal leg. And so you've got 2 to the right, you want to have 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to work systematically until we have 10 down, straight down the outside of your personal leg. And they'll start to add some people in. So you'll see people coming in there. And listen, On every one of those ones that's solid blue, you get $40 left or right. And on every one that's in the red, you get 15 immediately in fast start money paid weekly. But there you go. It's going down. You get another spillover on the right. You have another one there. Now you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 12. You just hit platinum, friends. You're qualifying for those 3 levels of bonuses. But let's see what this looks like when it comes to income. And let's think about how long this would take. So I'm going to show you the incomes, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you an idea of a plan that you could do this in a week, 3 weeks, a month. But let's just say the average person takes a month to 6 weeks. What would that look like financially? Well, you personally sponsored 12 people. You get $40 in Fast Start, $480. That's not bad. You paid $199 to get in. You just had $480 back. But also you have the second level, $15 Fast Start matching check. There's 36 people if each of your people brought in 3. So the model I said, we're going to have you bring in 12. You're going to work to help each one of those bring in 3 on the average. Some will bring in a bunch and some will bring in none. So we're saying the average is 3. 15 times 36 is 540. Now, in addition to that, you're going to cycle and you're going to have all of the volume down there, and that would be with 108 people in a time frame of what? 5, 6, 7 weeks. Even though it's paid weekly, you know, we're talking about the accumulative time frame to get to platinum. So if you brought in 12, each one of them brought in 3, and each one of those brought in 3 on the average, there'd be 108 people. That's $10,800 in volume, and your binary check is $2,160 at 20%. So what would that look like? It'd be 480, 540, 2,160 for a total of $3,180. How long would that take? I can tell you, we've got some people that are in here are going to do it in their first week or 2. But let's say it took you 2 months. Is there anybody that would be upset if it took you 2 months to make $3,180? And then if you sold half of the tabs that you got in your kit at $20 a pack, you got another $200 for a total of $3,380. But it doesn't stop there. We haven't even touched on the matching check. So I want to just show you now what the matching check would do with that. And then we'll wrap this up. And I appreciate your patience. I know this is a lot of information. I sure hope you find it helpful. Now, the executive check match on the first level is 20%. So those are the 12 people you brought in. Let's say that their weekly binary check was only $300. That's not a big check, okay? $300. And you had 12 of those, that's $3,600, and you get 20%, that's $720. So that's the 12 people only getting a binary of 300. Those checks will grow up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I'm saying it's 300. Let's say the second level now, which you get 20% on, those 12 brought 3 in each for 36. So now you have 300 times 36 for 10,800 in total volume. And of course you get 20%. So now that matching check is 2,160. So 2,160, you're at about 3,000 a matching check, not counting the money that you already received. On the third level, you have 108 people on the third level, and that's 32,400, and 10% of that is 3,240. So let's see what this looks like. You have $3,380 on the fast start and the binary, 720, 2,160, and 3,240. You just made $9,500, and let's say you did that over the next 3 months. And then do you think it's going to stop there? Do you think that people are going to stop using the product because they don't care about $10 or $8 or $7 a gallon gas or diesel? Or do you think that they just won't like the money and they'll say, well, $9,000, I don't really want that? I don't think so. It's going to grow. It's going to multiply. You're going to go from a couple hundred people we're showing here to a couple thousand people. You're going to go from 9,500 to whatever. The point is that some of you will make more money than you've ever made in a network, and some of you will make more money than you've ever made in your career at all. And so we're excited about that. And I appreciate you taking the time to really plug in and take a look at this. We're going to do a lot of these kind of trainings. I hope you've enjoyed it. I want you to get back with the person that got you on this webinar. Get yourself introduced to some of the leaders, put a business plan together, and remember, inch by inch, everything is a cinch. And with that, I want you to hold on just a moment.